All right. Go!
This Parks.
Microphone check 1, 2. What is this?
Parks on the boards.
Yes.
Somehow Fetty snuck another album out and no one seems to know about it.
I had zero clue that Fetty was putting music out.
He's put out 2 projects this year, I think, and I don't think I've seen any human being talk about them. And that's pretty crazy.
That's weird to me. That's weird.
Well, but why?
Why is it weird?
When was Fetty's run? Was what year?
I think, 2015, 16, somewhere in there?
Yeah, 15 would probably sound about right. So it's been 5 years since that colossal run that he had of just covering Billboard completely and like 10 fucking hits in 1 year. But yeah, it hasn't been that way for...
I still feel bad about that. I do.
Yeah, me too. Because I think
A lot of the music that is popping now, and a lot of these artists that are popping now, are offsprings of Fetty.
I was saying it in the moment, and boy, did I sound like the biggest nuthead hater in the world in the moment.
It was a weird strategy.
But I was like, yo.
Oh, when they emptied the clip?
Yeah.
You didn't need to do that.
But if you just get back to that time in music, I sounded like the biggest hater in the world.
Yeah, Joe.
Mm-hmm. Well, streaming had started to completely take over at that time.
If you had 8 records
right,
that you thought was that shit.
And they were.
And you were right.
Yeah.
No way on God's green earth are you putting all of those records out in a year. I don't know. Let me not say, I don't know how somebody at 300 convinced him to do that or did it without him really knowing what was going on, but boy, did they rob him of an opportunity.
Well, I think a lot of those cases, they were records that he was releasing just on SoundCloud before he was even affiliated with
I'm not going to
300.
totally put this on 300 because I feel like Fetty put a lot of those out by himself.
Yeah.
Nah, not a lot of them.
A good majority of... How many were on?
Yo, I hate doing this, but go to his IG.
5?
Let me see the streams. You know how they put their little numbers up for the year?
He probably
they
still...
little numbers up. Look at you hating.
No, but that's it. Look at those. That's
still
crazy.
pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
319 million streams?
It's insane.
Yo, now that y'all bring this up, when I think about the decade in review, because I always go to that
longevity
House
thing.
of Balloons,
Oh, okay.
Take Care era. What was that? 2011, 2010 to 2012.
2011.
The Fetty era is pretty high for me.
Yeah, he had a fucking run.
Yeah, but we never mention it.
Let's define an era.
Well, we know the run, but that moment in time encapsulated in hip hop,
it was a year,
meant a lot. It meant a lot for me.
Well, my girl from Patterson, she like saw his ascension and shit, and like is friends with his friends and all that kind of thing. So like maybe it's a bad judge, but she still plays that music, and I still like this shit was banging. Like this was a hit record.
You know what it's similar to me? Like, it's kind of similar to A Boogie.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, like A Boogie from the Bronx. Like people saw him. Like they saw the SoundCloud. Like,
stop it.
Go out of here.
No disrespect to A Boogie, but stop it.
No, I'm just saying. It's
he
similar.
would die for one of those.
I think that.
No, what I'm saying is, in terms of
he's had some big records.
Yeah, and he's had a longer career.
He has not.
He has not had
I think Fetty would die for the A Boogie career.
No, I'm just talking about.
I don't know that.
As far as just see it coming from SoundCloud and blowing up like that.
Sound-wise, to me, the Baby would also be a correlation that I could make because of the fact that Fetty's stuff was kind of more major key, happy, bop sounding.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, I get that correlation for sure. All right, so do you think because I feel like Fetty now, a lot of times artists will have this crazy year and then the sound of music will change and they'll no longer be relevant because they don't make that sound of music. Fetty now, all of these Trap Queen, 679, My Way, all in 2020 could live and it would sound perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Do you think because he had to sustain the amount of hits that he did at one time is why he started to fizzle?
I found
because
the
this sound of music
way.
works now.
I'm going to reply to you. I'm sorry, camera people. That's my stomach. I'm going to reply to that, and I think I found the perfect way to explain some of my issue with both Fetty and Cudi. And that is that in this microwave era, and before I say this point, let me just say that being a fucking music critiquer or whatever you call this shit, boy, is it a tough job in 2020. Like it is.
It is.
And I don't think that conversation has had enough either. With
It's
you
tough because
sensitive,
so
you
much
sensitive
music comes out.
Yeah, it's a lot of music comes out. You can't hear it all. The artists are sensitive.
Well, that's always
there's
been the
only
case.
but so many platforms that can and will discuss your shit. Like, it's a tough time.
And this year particularly has been difficult because there hasn't been a lot of like blockbuster kind of releases. A lot of good music, but not like no Drake, Cole, Kendrick, Beyonce, Jay, none of like the super duper stars put out music this year. So it's been a weird year musically.
Yeah, the year's been dead. I be wanting to tell these fucks that tell me that we fell off. I'm like, fam, no, y'all fell off. The year's been trash. It's dead. Podcasting is like a reactive type of thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But listen, back to my point.
And our shit is
in this microwave era, the part that never dawned on me was now you get an even more of a limited amount of time with your sound. As opposed to back in the day where maybe you would have had a longer run with your sound and style.
People catch up a lot quicker.
A lot.
They figure out your formula.
They fast. And for me, when that happens, you have to guard against it.
Yeah.
Like, it's great to inspire and it's great for people it's great to do that. But you have to be prepared to take your sound and elevate it.
For sure.
I think of that a lot in terms of us with the podcast. Like, in February, we'll be going on 7 years after our 6-year anniversary. And it's like, okay, we've been doing this for X amount of time, and we've been the best for X amount of time. That's not enough. How do you improve on being the best?
For sure.
Grow, change.
Or your style or your sound. And for me, both of these gentlemen, for different reasons, seem to have let that get away from them in this microwave era. Because Rory's right. The sound is still there.
Yeah.
How they are producing their sound may indeed still be the same. It just don't sound the same for me today.
I felt Cudi's album, he kind of tapped into more current sonics, at least on the first half.
From what I heard, I agree. I felt like Cudi I can't say went in the Travis Scott lane because so much of who Travis Scott is as an artist is because of Cudi. I felt like he went more in what his sound has developed into.
But that's you, in my opinion, in your backpack bag.
How so?
Because you're right about that if you get to the core of it. But who's doing it better?
Oh, I mean, I think there's been plenty of artists you can say have taken a style and done it better than the person prior to them.
Well, that's why I'm telling you what my position is. Because I would feel like a fool to come in here and say the things that I've said about Jhené Aiko and her last project. That whole argument I made about that family tree and some of your
sons and daughters are doing
yeah.
it.
But I will say
like if I'm gonna say that about that beautiful woman, then I ain't gonna not say it when I feel it about Cudi too, and I do.
You know what's
I do.
You know what's unfair about that?
I do. I'm sorry, Cut Hive.
I think that on this
that's
album,
unfair.
and maybe. Oh, go ahead.
Why is that unfair?
That's super unfair.
I disagree with that on this album.
Because the person
I'm gonna
going
leave it
through the door first is trying to figure the sound out. It's a brand new thing. They don't know what's going to work about it. They don't know what people are going to gravitate to more, what they can change in it because they have no point of reference. So when you have someone like Cudi that creates this sound, you have people like Ye and Travis and shit, damn near the moody R&B now, to figure out what is good about it, what they like about it, what they can evolve in that sound, change that sound. They know what works with that sound. Yeah, it's not fair to the person that started it. They don't have the same point of reference as the person that comes after.
Rory, so what?
So what?
So what?
It's
What-
unfair to say, why didn't you
I don't
develop the sound so much more? I invented the fucking sound.
You-
These people took it and realized
That's-
what was good and bad about it and
that's-
developed it. That's how
that's-
music works. That's how
that's
anything
even-
works.
not true.
That's how sports works.
Not true. Not true. I don't believe that because you created something, you're exempt from improving upon it.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
That's exactly what you
that's
said.
not what I said. I said
you said he created it. So
I said it's
So
not-
what?
I'll say
That's not what I said at all. Well, can I say what I said?
A quick sidebar to
Because I
break
didn't
up
say
you guys
that.
bickering about what you said. Part of the issue with that, the argument of developing a sound and creating is everyone has the same tools now. Like talking about how back in the day you had a longer time with your own sound. Everyone has access to the same exact shit. Same drum sounds, same output synth sounds, same auto-tune plugins. That's part of the reason why.
How you're gonna use it is what makes you a great
sure,
artist.
but, yeah,
of
no
course.
doubt.
I mean, everyone has Pro Tools, but how you
I agree
develop it
100%.
and do what it's not supposed to do
But there's
is what
a lot of
makes you a
people
genius.
there's a lot of people that just fall into the okay, this is what people are doing. I'm going to do this.
I just think there's more of a luxury to take from a proven sound and develop it and change it and grow it and take it to the next level than the person that is to come in with just ground level. I'm inventing something completely new that has not been proven. Yes, I think it's easier as the next person to develop that sound, and that's the point of the next person is to take it to the next level.
For sure.
You want everything to keep growing and developing.
That's your job too, is what I'm saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, no,
you pass the baton, and the next man should be able to improve upon it.
Yeah, but more importantly, though,
I do believe it's your responsibility as well
to keep elevating.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, that's what artistry is about.
Yo, let me just tell you niggas out there, and I'm gonna let you. I'm sorry, Mon, cut you. Let me tell you, hey, you rappers out there, all of you, if you put the Travis Scott ad lib in your song, I am gonna think about Travis Scott.
Yeah.
What the fuck is difficult about that? I don't think I'm the bad guy for that.
No, not at all.
And if you make me think about Travis Scott, the bar's hot.
Yeah, you better be better.
So what do you want me to do, Parks? I put the nigga album on it. You know the ad lib.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know that.
I know
Anytime whatever the fuck that is.
Oh, you talking about Cudi?
I'm like, oh.
I get it.
So I mean, it's just tough. It's tough for me, and I don't want that to come out like hate. So it forces me to come in here and try to suppress certain shit, even though people are coming here to hear me talk about certain shit. But fuck y'all, man. That's how I feel.
I would like to talk to Fetty Wap. We need to talk to him.
I would like to see what happened.
I need to know.
I don't need to talk to him. I know exactly what happened.
Well, you're an artist, so you can. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what happened.
But
was it an artistry thing or?
Yes, it was art. Remember I came here and told y'all, listen, Pump It Up flew, and then they wanted me to make another album, but no. No. And that was me at a much lower level than what was happening with Fetty. Fetty started dating a lot. He was out a lot. He was traveling a lot. He was partying a lot. He was spending a lot. I'm not counting nobody's money, but I'm looking at what someone is doing with their time. And he did what all of us do at that age after some success. We tricking off. We out of here. We not, the same amount of energy is not exhausted or invested into our craft. Without speaking to Fetty or knowing anybody involved with Fetty, that is where I stand on Fetty. But I'm loyal to Fetty because of what he did and where he did it from, New Jersey.
Absolutely. Patterson.
He killed, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just always is interesting when you think about it. And like I said, I didn't even know he was putting out a project and was just talking about him not even 2 days ago. And I was like...
He put out another album this year that was pretty good.
No, I know, but I'm more so like because when he dropped, his sound...
Shook the building.
Yeah, and it's like you don't really... And it was only 2 years? Maybe?
Yeah, not even.
So it's just kind of like, it just, as a music lover, you just start to ask about, what happened? Like,
I could be wrong, but I think that at one point he was maybe getting away from some of the crew and producers that he was working with at first. But I think that he's gone back. I saw People's name, shout out to People's, on the new album, and I'm not sure if they've been working back together for a long time or what.
Wasn't there some internal shit between him and...
There may have been, yeah.
I think him and his
Monty. Monty's on the new album, though.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I heard they back, like the crew is kind of... I don't know
hope so.
to what extent, but I heard he, back fucking with day ones and all of that. So
I would just be curious if there was like some business shit that happened, maybe with the crew or maybe with the label or the industry or something, because he does still make good music. Where's the disconnect?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he's going to have another run like Trap Queen
They
and
gave
shit.
that man a $3 to $5 million publishing check after record 3. No, I'm not going to the studio. No, don't send me a beat.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
He didn't even do a lot of features, if I recall, either.
3 million? My year one, the year and a half ago, I was on SoundCloud?
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
understand
understood that
but
when
it's
all
just,
the babies started popping out. I understood.
no doubt.
Yeah, but that's unfortunate because it's it was something really, really good there.
Jersey, we need another one. They took Fetty from us. They took Albie from us. God damn it, Jersey.
Nah, Fetty's still around, so I hope that he can find some footing and...
I'm definitely get into this album this weekend though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, don't matter. Fetty's not still on 300, is he?
I
doubt
don't
it.
think so. I could be
I
wrong.
highly doubt it.
Look at the.
Damn, bring back the days when we were locked into the same label for 5 projects.
No.
No, well, labels will drop you quick now.
He is on 300 still. Yep. And RGF.
Aha! Aha!
300 and RGF.
And this is why artists want to shoot up labels, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, of course. No, Fetty can't get that again from 300 because 300 got too much going on. And Meg, there's a lot of other people getting that attention now. See, so it don't matter if Fetty can make those same exact records because they wouldn't get the same exact attention.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at with. I wonder if it's a business thing,
Right.
on the label side / industry side, because I think that he's still capable of making good music. From what I've heard from the 2 albums he put out this year, they might not be super smash hit records, but it's good quality music.
All right, we are so East Coast. We spent 20 minutes on the new Fetty Wap album.
No, it was a much
we
deeper
were talking about
conversation.
that era and how things have changed. And
Much deeper conversation.
I know,
than that.
slid right over Travis Scott.
did Travis Scott drop something?
No.
Joe's a dick.
Did he? Don't want to say
No. No, he didn't. Him and Post were quiet.
Oh, okay.
You just won't let
Tyler, the
people-
Creators, a few niggas that was just quiet. I mean,
Joe, you are such an asshole.
Facts.
38 special.
Frank Ocean was quiet, right?
Yeah, he was quiet.
Frank
He's been
was
quiet.
quiet, yeah.
Frank was quiet, right?
It's been quiet for a while.
He's been
All right,
quiet.
to your
Man.
point of saying,
Man, wow.
getting a $3 to $5 million
Wow.
publishing check, you'd be like, nah, fuck that. I'm not going to the studio. I'm not doing none of that, right? So if Cudi has a core fan base that is over 100,000 every single time I go out, why am I going to change my sound?
And that's where Cudi is.
Just hypothetical.
That's where Cudi is.
I'm not saying right or wrong.
Where
I'm
you're
just,
taking it.
just a hypothetical
He's
thing.
taking it back to something I replied to 10 minutes ago, so I'll repeat myself. Just because you are the creator of a sound
It's not the point
does
I'm making.
not mean that you are not responsible for changing it also.
You're missing my point. I'm saying if your core fan base just wants to hear this from you, and I know I'm guaranteed this amount of people every single time I go out, this amount of money every single time I go out, the fuck I'm changing shit for?
But there's
just a
still-
hypothetical question I'm asking.
there's-
All right,
there's
great.
been
All right,
plenty-
I like it.
That's
I
all I'm
like
asking.
it.
There's
I
been
like
plenty
it.
of artists that have done incremental adjustments where they're not doing a whole set like how Drake changes or Kanye changes. Like now I'm doing
And
a
I think
fucking
Cudi has changed a bit, by the
EDM
way.
album. Now I'm doing a world music album like Drake
Right.
does. There's artists that have gradually just they've stayed consistent and they've stayed with their sound, but tweaked the way they chop the sample or perform the vocal where it's an evolution. It doesn't feel like you're stagnant doing the same exact
Well,
shit.
shit, I mean,
every
that's what
single
makes
time.
Kanye
And then
one of the
on
greatest because every album didn't
Well, no,
sound the
Kanye,
same up
that's what I'm
until
saying. He does
the past two.
huge whole scale. Like this one's all synthesizers. This one is
Yeah.
Yeezus. This is a
Kanye
rock
changes
album.
his entire life.